This podcast is brought to you by Body Armor. DrinkBodyArmor.com. Get your edge.
Introducing Body Armor Edge, sports hydration with the boost of caffeine.
Here comes John Morant, dribbles up into some full court pressure. He's quick, jogging, slow and finds the defense, going coast to coast. One man to beat, and it's the big man. John leaps up. Oh, and hammers
With 100 milligrams of caffeine and 1,000 milligrams of electrolytes, there's no better way for John Morant to get his edge. It's more than a sports drink. It's Body Armor Edge.
You're listening to EPPN's Today with DW.
Welcome, everybody, to Wednesday night edition of Today with DW. Happy Hump Day. How are we all doing? How are you making it through the week? Okay, I'd like to ask every Wednesday night, what do you guys got planned for the weekend? Anything good? The weather's supposed to be great. Friday, 70 degrees in upstate New York. I cannot wait. I'm going to be going out hiking. One of my favorite trails. Got to get out. I'm excited. Again, it is Hump Day. Wednesdays. Is it a rough day? Wednesdays, I don't know. I think Wednesdays, I don't know. I feel Wednesdays are the halfway week. But I guess I'm different than most people too, because I actually enjoy Mondays. I look at it this way. If you hate Mondays, change your job. That's how I look at it. I've always enjoyed Mondays. It's the start of the new week. Great things could happen. Again, a lot of people are like, oh, it's the Mondays, the Monday blues. Well, you know what? It's just a day that ends in Y, everyone. Just a day that ends in Y. So last night, if you watched or even listened to the audio version of the sports edition, we got into some heated discussion about what's going on with the NFL. Always a great time with Snacks and Mr. Tom Greer from Grindhouse Radio. Always check them out, too. They're on our network. Check them out. Every Sunday, they go out with their Grindhouse Radio podcast. Mr. Greer's also got a couple other shows going on. Check him out. Him and Kim, the podcast couple. They're the podcast power couple. They're the new power couple. You watch. There's going to be some great things coming from the both of them. Glad to have Tom on board for this network, as well as Grindhouse, Brimstone, Kim, Zambo, Mr. Greer. Zambo, you got to get your information straight about Marvel. You just got to. When COVID gets done, I got to come down. I just got to take a drive down to Long Island. I got to get down there. Mr. Rob Doe, what's going on, sir? What are you cooking this evening while you're listening to the show? Mr. Rob Doe, he likes to cook while listening to our show. We're going to be traveling to Food Town again. I keep saying, hey, we're not going to have one every week, but it seems we have one every week. It's such a popular segment, so I guess I'm just going to stop saying that. We have a special guest next week, too. If you follow me on my personal page or on the Today with DW Facebook page, you'll find out who our special guest is going to be, and a new sponsor. Oh, yeah, a new sponsor. Thank you. You'll hear more as the weeks go on, or as the days go on in the next week, but he will be here for Food Town. He'll be traveling to Food Town. We're going to have a Food Town segment next week. Next Wednesday, he will be here. It'll be fun. He's been a reoccurring guest as well. And we'll be able to talk with him and get some more information. And I'm going to tease it a little bit, but he's a fun guest. He was on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think he was on episode 5, and we're at episode 136 or 135 right now. So I love having returning guests. Not cooking today. I got some Frank Pepe's pizza. Well, I did see your pizza, and I got to say that's some serious red sauce. And there's a lot of slices in there. You know, I'd rather have my slices cut in 8 because you know what? My slices cut in 6 because I can't eat 8. But it looks like some good pizza there. But that sauce looks really red on that pizza. Appropriate for a Food Town segment today. We'll get into that in a little bit. I wasn't really planning on a Food Town segment today. I mean, obviously we got Strange Tales, no Hollywood gossip news. It's just been pretty light. And how many times do we want to talk about Armie Hammer and him possibly going to jail and being a cannibal. That's enough. That's old news at this point. I mean, crap, we were reporting on that for freaking weeks. But national holidays, a lot of food-oriented national holidays today. And this brings up a question we have a segment called Asking for a Friend. Now, if you go over to the Facebook page of Today with DW Show podcast, please give us a like over there and comment on, make comments on our Asking for a Friend. I try to do 1 or 2 a week. And today is kind of an old question, but a new question. Now, if you're familiar with my 60 Seconds With, which I've had some great guests on there, Brian O'Halloran, comedian, actor, from Clerks, Kevin Smith's universe, local radio personality, Dan Miner, John Davey, Doctor Who actor. I ask questions. You have literally 60 seconds. The timer goes off. I ask some hard-hitting questions. Like one of the questions is, it's an ongoing debate, is hot dog a sandwich? Now, everybody's like, oh, come on. Really? Is it? Well, this seems to be a debate, and it really is hardcore. People are really like, get really upset about, no, it's not. And the other side, the left, well, see, I don't know what would be. Would the left be that it's a sandwich and the right would be that it's not a sandwich, or vice versa? I'm not really sure, but it gets heated. So why ask that? I think it's a fun question. Technically, by the book, it is a sandwich. It is between two slices of bread, which can be a roll, but at the same time, but not. But again, it's a matter of opinion. So today, because one of the national holidays, Asking for a Friend, the question is, if you put the ingredients, cheesesteak ingredients, on a vessel that is not a roll or a hoagie roll, is it considered a cheesesteak? Again, similar to, is hot dog a sandwich? Now, if you're putting cheesesteak ingredients, which is sliced beef, onions, cheese, or whatever, the traditional Philadelphia style cheesesteak, you put it between 2 slices of bread, is that really considered a cheesesteak? Now, the other question would be is, people will say, well, if you put hamburger between 2 slices of bread, is it a hamburger? Actually, no, it is not. It is not a hamburger. It's called a patty melt. So see, there's this distinction here. There's this distinction here. It's not a hamburger. If it's put between 2 slices of bread, and not even toasted, because I've seen patty melts without being toasted, so we can go even further, that's a patty melt. It's not a hamburger. It has to be on a bun to make it a burger. So today's question, like I said, is if you put cheesesteak ingredients between a vessel, as I say, or between 2 slices of white bread, Wonder Bread, oh, God forbid you ever put it on Wonder Bread, is it considered a cheesesteak? Put your comments in below. If you're listening to the audio version of this, I'd like to hear your take on it. Or you can go right over to the Today with DW Show podcast page and put your comments there, because it is pinned right to the top of the page, and it is this week's Asking for a Friend. Excuse me, that's not a COVID sneeze. Anyway, we got a jam-packed full show. Like I said, it's going to be strange tales. The more you know, some taking a quick trip into Food Town. So you know what? Let's get right into it. All right. Today is Florida man is in a pickle, or is the pickle in him? All that, yeah, trust me, this is going to be a killer one. All that and more. I'm just kind of like laughing at myself at this point, because I thought that was kind of funny. But leave it to the Florida man. All that and more when we return. It is Today with DW.
And there you have it. McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwich. This isn't just another chicken sandwich. No, it's more than that. It's the crispy chicken sandwich. From the makers of the world's most stolen fries. It's the juicy chicken sandwich from the place that offers extra napkins for a reason. It's the tender chicken sandwich from the creators of a sandwich phenomenon. So you won't just be biting into a chicken sandwich. You'll be biting into McDonald's new crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich. Introducing McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwiches. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Introducing Body Armor Edge, sports hydration with a boost of caffeine.
Kyler Murray drops back, looks downfield. Here comes the blitz. Murray finds an opening. And Sideline dives and he misses. He's got daylight. Murray sprinting, picking up speed.
With 100 milligrams of caffeine and 1,000 milligrams of electrolytes, there's no better way for Kyler Murray to get his edge. It's more than a sports drink. It's Body Armor Edge.
It is the Wednesday edition, and you are listening to Day with DW. Happy effing hump day. You can tell I'm in a mood again. Don't worry. Last night I was swearing up a bunch. Was just in a mood. We were just going to town and some NFL news. And it's always a good time, like I said. Snacks, Mr. Tom Greer. Check us out on Tuesdays. It's always the sports edition. Let's get right into today's show. We always start off with the first segment on every show is The More You Know. And today's The More You Know is actually brought to you by Body Armor. Visit drinkbodyarmor.com for a location near you and make sure you check out, excuse me, as I'm drinking my Body Armor, make sure you check out their brand new sports/energy drink, Body Armor Edge. Now I'm drinking the traditional Body Armor Superior Hydration Mixed Berry, one of the best flavors they got out there. Check them out. But again, drinkbodyarmor.com. They've been with us for such a long time, since pretty almost the beginning, I think episode 12 or 13. So again, thank you so much. Drinkbodyarmor.com. All right, let's get into it. 8 days until opening day for baseball. Mr. Greer is really excited about that. 11 days until Easter. 46 days until Mother's Day. Get those presents now. You better do something nice for Mom. 68 days until Memorial Day. 88 days until Father's Day. Don't forget about your dads. You know what? It's funny. Why is it every time any sports player, is like, who do you want to give a shout out to? And they're like, hi, Mom. I love you, Mom. What happened to Dad? What happened to Dad? Why did everybody forget Dad? You wouldn't be around if it wasn't for Dad. Takes two, 102 days until 4th of July. 166 days until Labor Day. And lastly, 221 days to my favorite holiday, Halloween. Today's national holidays. It's National Cheesesteak Day. Now, again, if you missed the beginning of the intro, go over to the Today with DW Show podcast Facebook page and answer the comment. Answer the question: is cheesesteak? If you put cheesesteak ingredients in a vessel that's not a roll, which would be like between two slices of bread, is it considered a cheesesteak? Go over there and check that out and do that. Much like national liberty itself, the cheesesteak is elegant, necessary, pure, and was born in Philadelphia. The cheesesteak rose from humble beginnings in South Philly to the cultural icon it is today. The Philadelphian icon known as Philly cheesesteak is an extremely popular sandwich consisting of thinly sliced pieces of steak and tender melted cheese in a long and crusty hoagie roll. There's your answer, everyone. It was invented in the 1930s in what is now Philadelphia's institution called Pat's King Steaks. Now, they're still around since 1930s. That's amazing. Pat started out as a regular hot dog stand in South Philadelphia, and one day Pat had decided to make himself a sandwich consisting of thinly sliced ribeye steak, cooked onions, placed into an Italian roll. When a hungry cab driver stopped by and smelled the beef, he forgot about the hot dogs, and Philly steak sandwich was born. Originally, the sandwich was made without cheese, which only started to be added during the 1960s. Some claim that the cheese, ideally Cheese Whiz or provolone, was added by Pat's friendly rival Joey Vento, the owner of Gino's Steaks, located across the street from Pat's joint. So there's a rivalry going on, just kind of like it was with Buffalo Wings. Now, if you go to Buffalo, supposedly, well, it's not supposedly, it's true, Anchor Wings restaurants were the originator of the chicken wing. Right after that, within just a few years, Duff's was claiming that they were the originator. So there's a little friendly competition going on there. Today is one of the most popular foods in Philadelphia, readily to saturate even the hungriest customers even the hungriest customers with additional toppings such as sauteed mushrooms, ketchup, and or hot sweet peppers. Now, there are different variations of the cheesesteak. I'm one for the traditional kind. I like a good cheesesteak once in a while. It's hard to find a good cheesesteak where I am. Sorry, anybody, but it really is. It really is hard to find a good cheesesteak up here. And I'm not one for necessarily the cheese whiz, I guess. I kind of like it. I like a mix of either provolone with American, but the cheese whiz, even though I do like my processed cheese once in a while, cheese whiz just doesn't cut it. Nice sauteed onions, no mushrooms, nice greasy meat. I do enjoy it. And it's not that bad for you either. Anyway, it's also National Chocolate Covered Raisin Day. One of America's favorite candies is no stranger to the spotlight. Both chocolate and raisins, which are dried grapes, if you didn't know that, have existed for centuries, but it is the combination of the two that sparks the festivity. Chocolate-covered raisins are a vintage candy. So let's learn a little bit about them. Raisinets. Now, that does sound like a product name. Most widely known name for chocolate-covered raisins was born in 1927 at the Bumthal Brothers Chocolate Company in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Look at that. Philadelphia's they're making some great stuff right now. And I've never been to Philly. I think I need to go there. Some Philly cheesesteak with the raisinets as a dessert? Possibly. We'll see. They and other candies produced by the Bumthal Brothers grew into popularity as a snack of choice in movie theaters across America during this time. Now, the Nestle Corporation acquired the raisinets, Goobers, and Snowcap brands in 1984, but have since sold those to other brands to the Faro Group, where raisinets are still made in the U.S. and under the Faro Group under the Faro Candy Group. Of course, Raisinets is not the only brand of chocolate-covered raisins in the world. Many other labels sell chocolate-covered raisins with their own twists and flavors. So, I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember the last time I actually had a chocolate-covered raisin. It's not something really on my go-to list. I'm not a big sweets guy. But, I mean, if it's there, I'll take it. And lastly, it is National Cocktail Day. Do you know who created the cocktail? I'm waiting. Do I have to give you guys some music? Where do we have? We got to have some music here for that. Let's see what we got. We don't have that music. Oh, well, I was going to give you a little bit of the. Oh, there we go. Waiting. No, nothing. Okay then. It was created by Jace Shoemaker Galloway. Cocktails usually consist of a wine or distilled beverage, such as whiskey, brandy, vodka, rum, or tequila. Can't stand tequila. Mixed with ingredients such as soda, liqueurs, fruit, or juice. The word cocktail has been in print since at least 1803, but probably predates that. The word is possibly derived from the French word cotier, which means egg cup. Now, egg cups held a concoction of bitters and brandy and were served by Antoine Peynaud after he arrived in New Orleans in 1795. The word appeared in the Hudson, New York newspaper, The Balance, in 1806. But by 1800, a mixture of various whiskeys was also called a cocktail. Cocktail shakers were invented in the 1860s. Obviously, cocktail hour is a time during the late afternoon or early evening where people enjoy cocktail before dinner or after work. The term is thought to have originated in New York City during Prohibition. This is something that I did not know today. So there you go. It is the more you know. Today in history, 1883, the first telephone call between New York and Chicago was made. In 1900, New York City Mayor Robert Anderson Van Wyck breaks ground for a new underground rapid transit railroad that would link Manhattan and Brooklyn. 1973 in music, during a Lou Reed show in Buffalo, New York, a fan jumped on stage and bit Lou right on the ass. The man was thrown out of the theater, and Reed completed the show without any hesitation. Now, that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. What do we got next? Dun, 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 dun. Well, we will do this today in music history as well. Fleetwood Mac released Dreams from their 11th studio album, Rumors, which became their first and only U.S. #1 hit single. Stevie Nicks wrote the song in the early 1976 at the Record Plant Studio in Salcedo, California, in under 10 minutes on a day when she wasn't required to be in the main studio. I'm not even supposed to be here today. 1981, Nightline, which is done very well with Ted Koppel, premieres on ABC. We got another one going on in music history. Can you guess what album this is from? That's right, 1986, Van Halen released their seventh studio album, 5150, which became their first album to top the U.S. chart, the first of 4 albums to be recorded with lead singer Sammy Hagar, who replaced David Lee Roth. The album was named after Eddie Van Halen's home studio, 5150. In turn, it's actually named after a California law enforcement term for mentally disturbed person.
Tell me where to begin, 'cause I never ever felt so much.
1999, this film has set the trend for many films to come. Many films after. 1999, the Matrix film, written and directed by the Wachowski brothers. Yeah, I know I always ruin names. Starring Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, and Carrie Ann Moss, premieres. That, I got to tell you, what they did with that movie was amazing. Just the cinematography, the special effects, amazing. It was just amazing. Just amazing. And lastly, in 2019, New England Patriots tight end Rob Gronkowski announced his retirement as 3-time Super Bowl winner, a postseason record, most receptions with 81, 163 receiving yards, and receiving 12 touchdowns. And that is today's The More You Know. So there you have it. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. Let me know about the cheesesteak. I want to know. I want to know about the cheesesteak. I want to know. It's important. It's important. Inquiring minds want to know. Excuse me while I take a drink. Mr. Jack Celeste, Coach's Corner is in the house. How are you, sir? I got to come see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything is going well. If you're listening to the audio version of this, I am just interacting with our customers, our fans and listeners that watch the live show. So you should join us Tuesday through Friday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern over on the Today with DW Facebook page or Earplug Podcast Network YouTube page. Check us out. We're bowling right through the show. We're going to get right into, we got a lot of stuff going on in the Strange Tales, and we know we got to take a trip into Food Town. So let's get right into Strange Tales.
Now, EPPN presents Today with DW's Strange Tales.
Oh, right off the bat, Florida assistant principal, daughter charged in computer hack to steal homecoming queen vote. Really? Are you that hard up that you got to do this? And of course it is Florida. Florida Department of Law Enforcement arrested a mother and daughter accused of illegally accessing hundreds of students' accounts to rig the vote and crown the teen homecoming queen. Really? Is it that really important? Laura Rose Carroll, who's 50, and her daughter, 17, are charged with offense against users of computers, computer systems, computer networks, and electronic devices, unlawful use of a two-way communication device, criminal use of personally identified information, and conspiracy to commit these offenses. Yeah, this is not cool. And she's the principal of the school. The alleged scheme took place at Tate Heights School in Pensacola, where Carroll's daughter was enrolled. Carroll worked as an assistant principal at the elementary school in the same district at the time. In October of 2020, hundreds of votes of Tate High School's homecoming court were tagged as fraudulent with 117 votes originating from the same IP address linked to Carroll's phone. Idiot. Carroll's daughter was still crowned homecoming queen. However, video and pictures online show. So they didn't take it away from her. And really, how serious can that be? I mean, you didn't win it. So why would you? Multiple students later reported that Carroll's daughter described using her mother's access to Focus, the student information system, to cast votes from students' accounts. FDLE investigators start looking into the case in November of 2020 and found that Carol had accessed the school's board's portal program and that she and her daughter accessed students' accounts. Investigation is still going underway. Oh boy. Who likes pickles? I know I do. This man does too. Florida man arrested for masturbating with a pickle on private property. Only in Florida, my friends. Only in Florida. Police claim 47-year-old Eric Deitch wasn't wearing trousers or underwear. But when they arrived, the officer claimed to have seen the man holding his penis in one hand and a large uneaten pickle in his other hand as he made attempts to pleasure himself. Now, was the pickle bigger than the penis? Or was the penis bigger than the pickle? What came first? All right, you're right. That was too much. I apologize. I observed the defendant lying flat on his back, no pants or undergarments on his bottom half. Eric had his penis in one hand and a large uneaten pickle in the other, as the officer reported. Now he's on his back. Were his legs up in the... I mean, that's kind of awkward. Now, obviously, he must have been in his front yard, not his backyard, because that didn't say that. But again, stated in the police report, Eric was using the pickle. Oh, boy. I have to be careful about this. Eric was using the pickle to penetrate his rectum while masturbating.
Ooh.
Eric was arrested on March 14th for a misdemeanor exposure of sexual organs charge. Special exposure to sexual organs is a first-degree misdemeanor and can result in 1 year in jail, 1 year of probation, and up to $1,000 in U.S. fines. It's a really expensive pickle. He is currently being held in county jail in lieu of $150 bond. Only $150 bond, and he can't get out. He can't. Maybe he shouldn't have spent so much money on that large pickle. Now, this is pretty funny. You guys need to check this out. Suspect stopped by Chick-fil-A customer's truck door. Now, this video has gone viral. You'll see it all over the internet. Just put in Chick-fil-A truck door. And it's funny. Man waiting for his chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A in Texas stopped a fleeing suspect in his tracks with his truck door. Video shared by the Jacksonville Police Department on March 10th shows the man running towards the truck in the restaurant's parking lot when the customer opens up the door and smacks the suspect into the officer trailing him. The officer and the suspect who had stolen the car, according to the police, ended up on the ground. The customer appears to have gotten out of his truck and pushed what seems to be a taser or a handgun away from the suspect. Another officer arrives on the scene and the suspect takes a walk back to his car. Jacksonville police appraised the customer for thinking so quick, and sadly, all he got was one chicken sandwich. Come on, man. You got to see the video. He literally whacks him right in the ass. I mean, just knocks him right on his ass. It was awesome. Now, how do you feel with doctors? I've always had a problem going to the hospital. I'm not a big fan of doctors. Not that I don't like them as people. I just have a hard time going to the hospital or not. Especially for surgery, and I haven't had too many in my life, but here, this takes the cake. Michigan doctors playing Price is Right in the operating room. That's right, everyone. What's behind door number one? Michigan hospital system has launched an investigation after a photo was posted online describing a Price is Right style game during operations. Photos of the doctors posing in the operating room were shared to an Instagram account, which described itself as being run by 35 obstetrics and gynecology residents training at Spectrum Health in Grand Rapids. One of the posts, one of the doctors was seen with an organ removed in a cancer operation. The other game we play in the OR is Guess That Weight, one post said. It applies to much more than just babies, as always. Price is Right, rules apply, so if you go over, then you're out. So they are taking organs and guessing how much they weigh. Now, I'm sure this happens, and I'm sure maybe that there are some legit reasons to see how much maybe a heart, a liver, or whatever it weighs. But posting it on Instagram that's a little weird. That's different. I'm sure this has happened in many other hospitals. But posting it on social media, That's not so cool. Another post featured a physician holding a fibrous tissue as patients lie on the operating table as well. The longest one wins. Oh boy. The Instagram account has been since deleted. No kidding. Spectrum Health, which has more than a dozen outlets, said it has launched an investigation. We are disappointed to learn that surgical images were posted on an Instagram account used by a group of residents and are taking steps to resolve the issues. Now, wouldn't this have something to do with HIPAA? I mean, hopefully the person's face isn't in the picture. Either way, wow. Anyway, think twice about going to the hospital. Now we know with the pandemic going on and people trying to get more health conscious like myself, I'm going into week 32. Kind of be honest with you, give you a little tidbit. The last few weeks I've been really discouraged. It's just I'm at a plateau, just not seeing the effects. It's kind of hard. So, but I'm sticking with it and we'll see what happens. But, there's yoga. I've been tempted to try yoga. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do that or not. Actually, the building I'm in has a great yoga studio here, Kayla's Yoga. But now we have like, what do you want to call them? Service dogs or mental health dogs, that they can go on planes or whatever. Well, how about chickens? That's right. Chicken yoga. Guess where it's happening? That's right. Florida. Only in Florida. Fitness Center in the Sunshine State has put its own twist on the goat yoga trend. Yeah, Google it. That's real too. By introducing hens and roosters to its yogi sessions. Union 3 Studio, based in Tampa Bay's Ybor City neighborhood, hosted its first chicken yoga event on Sunday. Do you get to take them home and cook them? Too soon? I'm sorry. These yoga chickens are residents of the Ybor Misfits Micro Sanctuary, a refuge that houses abandoned birds. Dylan Brees, manager of the sanctuary, told the Tampa Bay Times that the chickens are domesticated and they're all bathed and put in diapers. Yeah, because they shit all over the place before the class commences to ensure yogis aren't planting their hands and feet in bird crap. We get the diapers from Etsy and they wrap over the wings and under the legs for a perfect fit. So they are custom. So somebody's making money on custom diapers for chickens. I'm obviously in the wrong business. Once snapped over the back, it's all ready for. They're ready for some crescent lunges and warrior poses. While the chickens are still somewhat of a novelty in the wellness trend of combining yoga with animal therapy, the feathery creatures have started to emerge as an emotional support animals in recent years. The concept of animal therapy is based on the scientific research that shows interacting with furry friends releases good hormones such as serotonin, reduces loneliness, lowers blood pressure, and helps with anxiety. Now, yeah, I get the emotional support animals. Chickens, I've heard people try to bring goats on planes. I heard I think we did a Strange Tales in the very beginning, or when it was in the junk drawer, there was a donkey. Come on. And that is today's Strange Tales. Oh boy. You gonna get a chicken? You gonna go bring it to your yoga studio? That would make a real new thing, because I know there's hot yoga. That would just make that all a little bit awkward. Hot, so chicken wing yoga. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'm just gonna bring in some chicken wings instead of the chicken in yoga, so I can eat the wings. Eating is I'm emotionally support. I need chicken wings, so maybe I'll do that. No sauce, by the way, or no, I should say no blue cheese. Don't ruin a good chicken wing with blue cheese or celery. Anyway, thank you for joining me on tonight's Wednesday edition of Today with DW. I don't know what I just don't know. I'm flabbergasted by the findings today. When I was doing the research and articles for this stuff, I was just, wow. Chickens and I don't know what's worse, the chicken part or the yoga, or not the yoga, the goat part. But again, I guess if you connect with an animal, and not that way. We're not talking about Barnyard Follies number 5. We're just talking about emotional support animals. But again, hey, whatever gets you through the day, whatever makes you happy, and if your chicken loves the downward dog, then go for it. We're going to take a short break. And when we come back, we're going to take a drive. And you know where we're going to go, don't you? We are going to go into Food Town. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Grab your jackets. Got to get in the car.
The difference between imagining the future and being the future is what you do to get there. Only you can make it better.
You know what that means. Hear the music. All right, everybody. Like I said before the break, grab your jackets. Let's get in the car. Let's take a trip into Food Town. And today's Food Town is brought to you by Jay's Wicked. That's right. Go over to jayswicked.com for some amazing barbecue sauces and more. I know a couple of you fans out there have already used the code and I can't wait to see what you guys are going to cook and wait until see the pictures when you get your purchases. They reached out to me the other day and they used the code. So let me tell you about the code. Like I said, jayswicked.com. Check out all their amazing sauces. And at checkout, use the promo code Winging It to receive 10% off your entire purchase. And again, Jay's Wicked. They're awesome. I was using them before they actually became a sponsor. So I live by it. I use it. It's amazing. Great small company, local company out of Mass. You want your meat to taste good, right? Who doesn't like tasty meat? I like tasty meat. jayswicked.com, promo code Winging It at checkout to receive 10% off the entire purchase. All right. Chick-fil-A was in the news over in Strange Tales, but here, Chick-fil-A is working on a new butterscotch milkshake to go with your waffle fries. And I've never had waffle fries, so I'm finding as I'm doing more that I try to find that I am a foodie, but I'm missing out on some serious food. Not that waffle fries are that healthy for you, but if they're baked, that might be good. Chick-fil-A has a new sweet treat on the horizon, butterscotch crumble milkshake, which is now being tested at select locations in the Salt Lake City area. The butterscotch flavored milkshake comes with Blondie crumbles, and if you order in person, it will be topped with whipped cream and a cherry too. Ooh, look at that. I like that.
Ooh.
Our guests let us know what they love as seasonal milkshakes, like our peppermint chip milkshake, says Beth Hefner, a member of the Chick-fil-A menu development team, in their latest press release. We are excited to test another seasonal milkshake and hope Salt Lake City customers enjoy this delicious blend of butterscotch flavored syrup, iced dream dessert, and Blondie crumbles. I don't know what a Blondie crumble is, but it sounds kind of good, I think. According to the company, Salt Lake City has chosen as the test site because customers in the region drank more than 1.5 million Chick-fil-A milkshakes last year. Utonians have until Saturday, April 24th to try the butterscotch crumble milkshake unless supplies run out sooner. Milkshake comes in a small and large size and starts at a price of $3.45. Get it while you can. Not a big butterscotch fan, but I might try it. Some more tasty treats. Dunkin' Donuts, it looks like now, instead of eating your Girl Scout cookies. Hey, have you gotten your Girl Scout cookies yet? I ordered mine, and I still haven't gotten mine. Where are my... I love my Girl Scout cookies. It's like that's my best. That might be my favorite time of year is when I get my Girl Scout cookies. Anyway, Dunkin' Donuts bottling up Girl Scout cookies flavored into their flavored coffee drinks. Girl Scout cookie season comes and goes faster every year. Extra boxes disappearing from our freezer as fast as we ordered them. This is true. There's just aren't enough ways to enjoy Thin Mint, s'mores, and Samoas, or enough calendar days to enjoy them. Well, see, I buy these 4 or 5 boxes and I freeze mine, but I'll eat a sleeve at a time. And nice cold milk, almond milk now, by the way. But now, together with the Coca-Cola Company and Girl Scouts of the USA, Dunkin' is making it more convenient to taste those familiar flavors than ever before. 3 new Girl Scout cookie-inspired bottled iced coffee drinks have landed in stores nationwide, so you can buy them at your retail stores, your ShopRites, your Hannaford's, is there price rates anymore? Maybe Tops, Market 32. The ready-to-drink brews come in Thin Mint, s'mores, and coconut caramel. The Thin Mint's flavor features the classic cookies combination of rich chocolate and refreshing mint, while the coconut caramel features toasted coconut mixed with creamy caramel, and the s'mores flavor combines notes of graham cracker, chocolate, and marshmallow. Who's up for this? Now, I gave up drinking coffee, so I'm not really sure that I would do that, but I know some of you do drink coffee, and I know some of you do go to Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, you know exactly who I'm talking to. There's one in particular person that I know that drinks Dunkin' Donut coffee. Maybe you should enter. So in the last time we took a trip to Food Town, we were talking about some of the free things and how you can actually make some money by dealing with some of the brands. Well, guess what? This whiskey brand will pay you $100,000 to become a fist model. No, it's not this type. It's not that. Get your mind out of the gutter. Yeah, no, just get your mind out of the gutter right now, because it's not like that. Has anyone ever told you could be a hand model? I don't think my hands are model worthy, but hey, excuse me, how about a fist model? I know, stop it. I know you guys are giggling. Cut it out. It's something you've probably never considered, but it looks like now may be the time to change that, because whiskey brand Fistful of Bourbon will pay someone $100,000 to use their fist in a new oh boy. Oh yeah. In a new ad campaign. The search for the $100,000 fist is an opening cast call to find Fistful of Bourbon's first ever spokes fist. The picture perfect star of future brand campaigns and an unofficial mascot for the whiskey line, the company said in a press release on Tuesday. Here at Fistful Bourbon, we're looking for a new leading star, someone that can truly wow us with their punch, said Anthony Bollinger, U.S. brand ambassador at Fistful of Bourbon. Fistful is a blend of 5 straight American bourbons, literally a fistful. There's just too much here for me. Anyway, that together delivers the best bourbon has to offer, and so it's only natural we want to find the best fist around these parts to be our spokes fist. I know, I'm 12. I can't help it. An easy gig with a big payoff will undoubtedly be competitive, so it's important to put your best fist forward when you apply. According to the company, acolytes will need one hell of a fist. Maximum grip strength, a steady hand, and the ability to clench on cue. I know. I know. The selected spoke fist will receive hand spot treatments, training. Is there a happy ending in this? Training from a Hollywood hand model, a custom designed bottle featuring their fist, and a $100,000 paycheck. What happened to Food Town today? Food Town just went in the gutter. That's exactly what happened. The car just hit the ditch. And lastly, now I've been eating healthy, a lot healthier. Again, we all have our moments. We'll grab something quick or whatever. I'm a huge bacon fan. Now, obviously, it's not good for you, cholesterol, whatnot. I do love pork roll. Again, that's there's another whole debate about that. With Canadian bacon is pork roll and whatnot. But I do like bacon. I like mine thin, crispy, but not burnt. I don't like thick bacon. I like the thin bacon. And here's something that could possibly stop people from eating that delicious pork delights. This is coming from the UK. Eating one bacon rasher a day could increase the risk of dementia by 44%. Oh boy. Eating processed meats such as bacon every day could increase the risk of dementia by 44%, says this new study. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition examined nearly 500,000 people with an average age around 57. I'm good then. I'm not 57. I'm good. I'm not there yet. The findings showed eating 2.25 grams of processed meat, the equivalent of one bacon rasher. Now, a rasher is like a small sandwich, probably has 2 or 3, 4 bacon strips, or depending if it's a pork roll or something similar to round patties or a slice like that. Raises the risk, like I said, again, by 44%. Man eating. Wow. Yep, my mind's right in the gutter. Meat eating has previously been linked to dementia risk, but the researchers believe that this is the first study of its kind to find a link between the amount of meat consumed and a chance of developing the disease. Hofnag Zhang of the University of Leeds, who led this study, said worldwide the prevalence of dementia is increasing and diet is a modifiable factor could play a role. Our research adds to the growing body of evidence linking processed meat consumption to an increased risk of a range of non-transmittable diseases. Over the last 8 years, researchers found that nearly 2,900 cases of dementia, including Alzheimer's disease, emerged. Sufferers usually also tend to be men, smokers, overweight, Now this is funny. Less educated. Let me go back and read this from the beginning. Sufferers also tend to be men. I get that. Smokers, I get that. Overweight. And less educated. Now you're saying that stupid people are going to get dementia. And they also eat more junk food and less fruit and vegetables. Why did it have to say the less educated? Oh, what is that? Oh, I hear it's last call at the restaurant. Looks like we might get your jackets on. We got to pay that bill. Got to get out of here before they lock the doors on us or kick us out. But again, less educated. Why? I just don't get. Stupid people are eating bacon. Okay, well, I would take offense to that. Not to say that I'm less educated. Hey, that's not nice. But anyway, shit. All right, everybody. I hear it again. The bill is being paid. Get back in the car. Come on, let's go. Our time, short time in Food Town. I can't help it. Why less educated? Dumb people are getting dementia. It just amazes me sometimes about these medical journals and these reports. But anyway, that was Food Time brought to you by Jay's Wicked. Go visit jayswicked.com and at checkout use promo code winging it to receive 10% off your entire purchase. And you know what is great about this code? Because most of your places, first time purchase of $99, first time purchase of $159, first time purchase or whatever. And it's only first time purchase. Well, guess what? Jay has been so grateful and loves our listeners and really feels great about his product and really wants to give you something. Well, there is no minimum order. You want to buy one bottle, $7, get 10% off. You want to buy 5 bottles, get 10% off. It's not your first purchase. It could be on your first, second, third, fourth, or fifth purchase. It doesn't matter. You can use the code over and over and over. And like I said, I know at least 2 of our listeners have used the code. And like I said, I can't wait to see what they're going to be making and what products they got. Everybody, thank you so much for joining me on tonight's Wednesday edition of Today with DW. Look forward to being here again tomorrow. I hope you will join me. And again, I always thank our sponsors at Body Armor, drinkbodyarmor.com, The Shirt Factory. Visit theshirtfactorygf.com for amazing shops and events. And lastly, obviously not lastly, jayswicked.com, as I said. And also lastly, Chase Sports Complex. Visit them at chasesportscomplex.com. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Get some sleep. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great night.
This has been an Earplug Podcast presentation. Found on earplugpodcast.com, iTunes, SoundCloud, and wherever your favorite podcasts are found.